choosing exactly the percentage of people who follow Stoicism, guys, is challenging. Is truly challenging. If you compare it to other philosophies, religions, Stoicism is a niche, is a proper niche, okay? However, many influential people have included Stoic principles in their lives. For example, we have Nelson Mandela. You know Nelson Mandela, right? Often spoke about the importance of maintaining dignity and inner peace in the face of adversity, reflecting Stoic concepts of resilience. We have Elon Musk, the crazy genius Elon Musk, right? If we consider his resilience and long term thinking. Kenny Lewis is known for his calm and philosophical approach to life. Denzel Washington emphasizes discipline, self control, purpose, and all of which align with Stoic values. In his book, we have a green light, Matthew McConaughey shares lessons on resilience and self reflection that reflect Stoic principles. Chris Hemsworth applies Stoic discipline to his fitness and career. Tom Hardy has spoken about overcoming adversity and focusing on what we can control, a key Stoic concept that's very important. And so many people, actually, and so on. So today it's your turn, guys. You are the one who can understand this beautiful philosophy and apply it to achieve your dreams. Hi guys, my name is Fabio from Journey to Success and welcome. Today we're going to talk about the three important disciplines that form part of Stoicism. These are perception, action, and will. But before going forward, please subscribe. Okay, so I know this is the right direction to lead you guys, to drive you, to guide you towards your journey to success. And let's get started. So let's start by introducing the concept of Stoicism and let's discover how it can help you achieve your goals. Okay, so Stoicism, first of all, developed around 2000 years ago. So let's make a little bit of history here. So developed around 2000 years ago in the Roman Empire. Although it faded from academic circles over time, its philosophy has never truly disappeared. Okay? In fact, today, Stoicism is especially popular among people focused on personal growth, mindfulness, and logical thinking. This is why I want to discuss it with you today, because it can be a valuable resource for, let's say, cultivating inner growth and reaching your success. So first, it's important to identify the common challenges you face when you try to achieve your dreams, such as the fear of failure, the first one, lack of motivation, and overwhelming obstacles. These challenges may vary for each person, okay? And only you know what they are. It can be actually more than them. However, here are three important elements that can help you overcome these challenges via Stoicism. So the first element is perception. Perception. So this refers to how we see and decode the world around us. The second one is right action. The right action. So these are the decisions and actions we take in response to our perceptions. Okay. And the third is the will. Will. So this is how we accept the things we cannot change in a way to understand our place in the world. Among all these keys, we must not forget, of course, patience and emotions, awareness, impersonal thoughts, problem solving, your duties, pragmatism, fortitude and resilience, virtue and kindness, acceptance, and meditation on mortality. So we're going to look at all of them today, no worries. So let's first discuss with the first one, all right? So the discipline of perception. Sometimes we can be too stubborn and try to achieve the unachievable because we want to be exactly like our heroes or our idols. The truth is that everyone has their pros and cons and limits. So the sooner you understand this, the faster you can achieve your goals. I firmly believe that you can achieve whatever you want to do in your life, truly. But there is a fundamental factor that no one really considers, guys. It is the factor of time, of course. For example, if I want to become a great podcaster, but fear being labeled as Italian because of my accent, I'm not saying it's impossible to practice to achieve a clear accent, okay? However, I acknowledge that it will take time. So instead, I would rather focus on improving my writing and communication skills. So when you recognize your limits based on the time you can devote, you can work more effectively on other skills that will accelerate your journey. Okay, of course, this was an example. Yeah, I'm very proud to be Italian. The key point is try to avoid being too stubborn and acknowledge the evidence of the limitation that can hold you back. If you do that, you can achieve so much, but just only by acknowledging these limitations. Also, it's important to identify which aspects of your day are within your control and which are not. So once you accept this aspect, you can save your energy by letting go of what you cannot control and focus on what you can. Hmm? Now, in order to achieve your dreams within the perception concept, here are four key points to remember. The first one is, of course, control your perceptions. The second is direct your actions properly. The third is accept what is outside your control. And the fourth point is clarify who you are and what you stand for. Number two, peace and stability. Peace and stability come from your own choices and good judgment, okay? Not from what's happening around you. So if you try to escape challenges, stress, or even difficult people, you won't find real peace, okay? However, if you learn to avoid the negative thoughts that create these problems, you will remain strong and steady no matter where you are. Number three, passions and emotions. Why do you feel like you can't control your passion and emotions? Why do you think you are a puppet of your own brain? You're powerful, guys. You are, and you can make any choice you want if you truly desire it. You are in control. You have to remember that. When fear, anxiety, or challenges arise, remember that you have the power to manage them. Just remember, most things that upset us or make us anxious come from our imagination. They're like, I would say, bad dreams with our eyes open. That little thing that keeps provoking you is not real. Remember that. Another valid point is thinking that when you achieve your goals, then you will be happy. Of course, it's not true. This is actually the opposite of the truth. You need to find happiness now in your current circumstances. Once you understand and manage these challenges, then you can find genuine happiness, okay? uh, you may have hear gurus on the internet say, do you want to become the 2.0 version of yourself, reaching your dreams and making money, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't work like that. First, you need to understand how to reach your 2.0, which means being at peace with yourself. Okay. Once you are at peace with yourself, then we can discuss the 3.0 version of you, the 4.0, whatever. So the one who desires some financial goal as well. Okay, but first you need to be happy. Before that, you must find inner peace and happiness. Otherwise, you will never be truly happy, okay? Regardless of how much money you will make or how many children you will have with your partner. Believing that external achievements can bring you true happiness is delusional. It simply doesn't work that way, okay? Number four, awareness. Who are you? When God, the universe, or whatever science brought you in the world, they gave you a gift, okay? Probably several gifts. So, what are these gifts? Have you discovered them? And how can you use them to make yourself and those around you happy? So, the journey to success begins with awareness of our ability to analyze our own minds. So once we achieve this awareness, we start to understand what we want to do with our lives, okay? Self awareness is the ability, guys, to objectively evaluate yourself. When this happens, you gain a deeper understanding of yourself and what you can donate to the world. So before rushing into something, take time to understand what you are truly capable of, what you desire, and what gives you energy. We always talk about energy in this podcast, okay? What gives you energy? Number five, unwanted thoughts. So when we were younger, we often wanted to become, the next Neil Armstrong or Freddie Mercury, and our thoughts were only our own. As we grew older, external influences from family, friends, partners, and our own doubts clouded our minds. So it is important to clear your mind. Now, I don't remember where I read this, but imagine your dreams and goals as being visible through a window. So, as a child, that window is clear and clean, but over time it becomes dirty with thoughts of others, okay? Or on your own doubts. So, you need to clear that window, guys. We have the ability to decide what information we allow into our minds. Remember that, okay? A great coping tool is to first quickly consider your own thoughts. Second, trust your instincts but verify them. And number three, test your impressions to avoid making decisions based on false or emotional information. While it's essential to listen to other opinions and brainstorm with others, because brainstorming is very important, okay? But it's also important to make a filter. So you must first listen to yourself and your own intuition, okay? And then you can and then you have the ability to listen others. Number six, the right action. You often hear people on social media, urging you to act now or questioning what you are waiting for to achieve your dreams, and and this is very it's very pressing situation, okay? The truth is that it is more important to act in the right way rather than just to act fastly, impulsively. So, while it is essential to test and try different approaches to learn how to take the right actions, remember that your time, as we said before, is a valuable resource. So, people often underestimated the significance of time. Hmm? We are not immortals. Understand that. Think of it like an archer, guys. All right. So at first you learn how to hold the bow and you practice a little bit, But after a while, your goal is to aim better. Another important point to consider is the pleasure you can have from your actions. The positive energy you gain is crucial for moving forward, especially during difficult moments, okay? Another point is you should take pleasure from the right actions you choose to pursue rather than solely focusing on the results that may come from those actions. I'm going to repeat again. You should take pleasure from the right actions you choose to pursue rather than solely focusing on the results that may come from those actions. Because, guys, these last ones are not going to give you the right energy to move forward so far, okay? So, our ambition should not be limited to winning, it should also include finding joy in our journey. I understand. I understand it is difficult. And even if I say that, right, it is also hard for me to behave. Honestly, I realize that sometimes I should enjoy my journey more. So, no worries, you and I are on the same boat, guys. But just try. Try because this is very important. Number seven, problem solving. Hmm? So, on your journey to achieve your dreams, you will absolutely face various obstacles. Okay. However, don't forget that you have the right tools to overcome these challenges. Now, what are these tools? They include asking for help. Another one is having a safety net, such as a job to sustain yourself while you build your future. And another one is using your passion to manage minor obstacles. I'm gonna make an example. So if you feel overwhelmed by what you're trying to build, but at the same time you enjoy going to the gym or run, it might be the perfect time to hit the gym for some stress relief. Okay. So it is also important to surround yourself with positive people who can provide you with the right energy to move forward as well. So brainstorming with the right people can help unlock new ideas and relieve the tension. But as I said before, guys, just remember to listen on your own thought. Okay, so that's very important. Number eight, purpose, your purpose. So the Stoics believe that everything in nature, people, animals, and even the smallest things has a role. Okay, so find your role in the world, find your purpose. It is important to give good value to the people around you, okay? But you can't help others if you don't take action for yourself. So if you don't help yourself first. So wake up, get to work, and do your part. Think about these questions. What are you truly devoted to? And what are you doing? And importantly, why? So, by reflecting on these questions, you can find your purpose and start living it. Number nine, pragmatism. You know, when you tell yourself, I need money to achieve that, or I need the right environment to study this, or um, I don't know, I don't have enough tools around me to achieve that. I mean, what do you mean exactly? Be honest with yourself, okay? Do you actually need what you're asking for to reach your goal? So, to move forward, you need to adopt a pragmatic mindset. Hmm? Number 10, fortitude and resilience. If you spend a week or even a month experiencing poverty, hunger, isolation, or other fears, those situations may start to feel normal and you don't get scared anymore. Example, you might think you can't wake up earlier to achieve your goals, right? Because of lack of sleep or self doubt. Yet, if your boss changes your schedule and requires you to wake up early, yeah, of course, you may complain initially. Maybe on the first or second Monday after a rest weekend, yes. But then you're going to be fine, you're going to eventually adapt. Why is that? Because we reinforce ourselves and our bodies are more resilient than we think. So if others can say what you must do, why, and then you do, of course, why cannot you do the same for yourself? Okay. Number 11, virtue and kindness. Any challenging situations can improve with love, empathy, and understanding, even when you disagree with someone. Okay? So always choose love and try to see the best in people. But how can this be beneficial for your journey? Simple. Love and positive feelings provide you with energy, okay? Good energy. While hate and negativity drain you, leading you to accomplish nothing. Remember that. Number 12, acceptance. Every event in our lives is objective, okay? It is our opinions that decide if that event is good or bad. So, accepting the opinions of others, even if you don't agree, can improve or lower your energy. So you have to be careful. Remember, we cannot control external circumstances. We said that before, but we can control our attitudes and responses to those events. Number 13, meditation on mortality. Many people fear death and try to avoid thinking about it, myself included, yeah? I fear dying, but I realize that what I truly fear is not leaving a mark on this world. However, that fear shouldn't dominate us. In the end, we all share the same fate, guys. Death treats everyone equally. So every story concludes the same way. But the journey we take is something we have control over. So keep moving forward. Now, before doing a recap, I would like to highlight an example for you. Nelson Mandela's life. All right, we talked before. I just mentioned before in the beginning, and Nelson Mandela's life is a great example of how Stoic ideas can help people overcome big challenges and achieve their dreams. So Mandela, when he was in prison for 27 years, he faced very difficult conditions. Yeah, but instead of giving up, he stayed strong and calm. He focused on what he could control and accepted what he couldn't. He once said, "Courage is not absence of fear, but the victory of it, over it." So Mandela also had great self-discipline. He was always on time and control his emotions. He believed that Africa needed discipline and want to be a role model, okay? So by following the Stoic ideas, Mandela turned his suffering into strength. And in the end, he helped bring peace and democracy to his country. So his story shows that with resilience and self-control, guys, we can overcome, challenges and reach our goals. Now, what did we do in this episode? Let's make a small smart recap, okay? So in this episode, we explore how Stoic wisdom can help you achieve your aspiration with a stronger mindset. Here, I would like to share a recap of the key ideas resumed in 4 simple, short concepts and how they empower you. So the first one is master your reactions. So you can't control everything in life, okay? But you can control how you respond. So by shifting focus from external events to your own action and mindset, you can take back your power, okay? Number 2, turn obstacles into growth. So challenges and setbacks are not impediments, they are lessons. When you embrace difficulties as opportunities to grow, guys, nothing can truly hold you back. Number 3, detach from opinions and focus on your path. So in this case, it is more like, let's say, what others think is outside your control, okay? It's more like accepting what you can control and what you cannot. So in this case, you need to be focused on your purpose. Make decision based on your values and don't waste energy on external judgments because the external judgments are something that you cannot control. All right. Number 4, take action without fear. So worrying about failure or seeking perfection slows you down, guys. Sometimes I think I'm too much perfect. Sometimes I try to be too much perfect in what I do, but I also acknowledge that it slows me down sometimes. So true progress comes from consistent action, even if it's imperfect, okay? So if you apply these principles, these 13 keys, you develop a mindset that keeps you moving forward, okay, no matter the challenges. So instead of feeling powerless, you become the one in control. Now, I want to hear from you. What Stoic principle resonated with you the most, guys? How will you use it to push forward in your journey? Let me know in the comments, don't forget it. And if this episode gave you value, share it with someone who needs to hear it, okay? Your support not only helps me, as you know, but can also make a difference in someone else's life. So share it, share it, share it. Remember, control what you can, keep taking action, and trust the process. Thanks for being part of the Journey to Success family, and see you in the next episode. Cheers.